possibly be where this season was going.
Yeah, come at me, bro! Come at me, bro!
What is even happening here? This is a mess. None of these storylines make any sense. Is this working for you?
Good God, is this working for us? I don't think so, Jen. This show is an absolute disaster. I skipped most of this show. I watched the first few episodes and I was not impressed, to say the least, like many of the other people reviewing the show. But I saw a bunch of stuff coming out today about the finale and I had to just watch it. And I had said in the beginning that I was going to probably just watch the finale and just get all of the information I needed about this show. Now, that was a little hyperbolic, and I was able to get most of what I needed out of the other reviews that I've watched on YouTube. But what I've noticed about this finale was that Marvel took every chance it could to undermine itself, but also stroke itself to climax all in one go. It's pretty embarrassing when you can't even really like your own show, and then you have to make actual YouTubers the villains of your show. How creatively bankrupt have you become, Disney? Now, I know the question is rhetorical. We all know that they just can't make a good show anymore. They've taken all beloved characters and they've just thrown them in the trash for the sake of DEI. But I didn't think that we would stoop so low in this show, and I'm going to show you why. I like the idea of a funny law comedy, but again, Marvel took every chance it could to undermine itself and just ruin what it had. And it took the time in this episode to tell you why they were so bad. They spent 2 whole minutes talking about why they were so bad. And I'll give you a little clip here. So after Jen runs through the Disney Plus menus into an obscure office that is within a soundstage in Hollywood, we come face to face with Kevin, a machine. And this is not before that that this happened.
What kind of stupid finale is this?
No one talks to Kevin.
Kevin's value is immeasurable.
Kevin Feige stroking himself aside, the breaking the fourth wall works pretty well, but I think we've gone a little bit overboard here. Jennifer Walters in the comics is written in this way, but leaping into territory where we are trying to rewrite everything that's going on. And because Jennifer's not happy with how her story went, she thinks she can just pause and then change reality however she wants. After busting down a couple of doors and beating up a couple of guards, she finds herself in a room with a robot in the middle who's named Kevin. And this is where we are told everything we need to know, but because we can't be shown anything, we must be told. Us as audience members, viewers, and fans of Marvel Comics, we're too stupid to understand what it is that they're trying to do. So Jennifer takes the time to lay it all out for us.
Well, Kevin, I'm not happy with what's happening in my story.
You do not get to choose.
Why not? It's my show.
Incorrect. It's KEVIN's show.
Well, regardless of creative ownership, can we agree that it is a legal comedy?
And here it comes, friends, the very most important message of this show.
You may proceed.
Thank you. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is known for its big spectacles and high-stakes plot lines, but it's often said that Marvel movies all end the same way.
Wait, who's saying that?
Perhaps this is a result of following some unwritten rule that you have to throw a bunch of plot and flash and a whole blood thing that seems super suspiciously close.
You have to put a whole bunch of plot in there. You're right. You got to explain what's going on. You have to explain motivations to people, allow them to understand the characters that they are watching. Something that this show seemed to have struggled with its entire run. And even at, 20-minute runtimes for episodes, they still did not squeeze any narrative development in here. But Jen goes on to explain more.
I propose we don't have to do that.
Huh.
It distracts from the story, which is that my life fell apart right when I was learning to be both Jen and She-Hulk. Those are my stakes, Kevin.
We got to explain the stakes to you because remember, she knows best. She has infinitely more control over her anger than Bruce does.
IN is processing this new data. What is the ending you propose?
Well, can we not do Todd gets Hulk powers? Like, the powers aren't the villain. He is.
Erasing blood plot.
Oh, and Bruce swooping down from literal outer space to save the day in my story.
We couldn't possibly have another male superhero in here that came down and helped save the day. That would be bad. We just need the one strong woman to do it all herself and punish the incel, correct? That's right. You go, Jen.
Calculating. And Abomination?
After all that, I just want him to hold himself accountable.
And this is the thing. They turn Abomination into a brand new character. He's not even a shade of his former self. It's all well and good to create character development, but he totally does this off screen between a movie that happened 13 years ago and now.
Climax in daylight.
Are we done here?
Oh, would not mind seeing Daredevil again. A woman has needs.
Historically, we've been light in that department.
Oh, while I've got you here,
Oh wait, you are sitting?
what's with all the daddy issues? We got Tony Stark, daddy issues.
Jen.
Thor, daddy issues. Loki, same daddy, same issues.
Oh boy.
Star-Lord, two daddies, two issues.
Jen.
We just hate all these people, all of these men, all these wonderful people who sacrificed every possible thing, including their lives, laying down their lives to help humanity. Daddy issues. That's what it's reduced to. This isn't funny. This isn't creative. This is awful television, awful writing. This shouldn't take someone with more than 2 brain cells to figure out. The show is not good. She had to tell us everything in the final couple of minutes, and she got to rewrite her story how she wanted, and she gets a happy ending. Most of the superheroes, a lot of these superheroes didn't have happy endings, and her cousin, of all people, probably suffered some of the most tragic events of all of them. But Jen, this is her story. She gets to end it how she wants.
Season 2.
You will not be able to access the KEVIN again.
What?
That error on our platform has been fixed.
That's it? We're done?
That's it? You obliterated the thrilling ending Kevin formulated.
Well, yeah, that's what Hulks do. We smash things. Bruce smashes buildings, I smash fourth walls and bad endings. And sometimes Matt Murdock.
Oh my God. This show suffers at every single turn. It's not funny. It's not action-packed. There's no suspense. Everything that Jen wants, she gets in the end. There's no lesson learned. All she had to learn was that she just needs to find a loophole and she can have whatever ending that she wants. Horrible. And they make villains out of people who are critical of the show. It was almost like this was a last-second decision. And they were like, oh, you know what? Let's try and do something funny. Let's make all of our critics the bad guys in this. There's no stakes in this show. Her reputation? Every other Avenger went through something far worse. Their actual lives on the line. Tony Stark learning to having to sacrifice himself by putting a nuke through a hole in the sky that could have left him out in space all alone. Jen's worried about her reputation and people need to pay. There's a reason I didn't watch any of this show. And Hollywood, more specifically Disney, seems to be creatively bankrupt. They are incapable of writing an engaging show anymore, even with source material that brings everything to the table, that gives you a sympathetic hero, that gives you a good story arc. No, we have to ignore that because we have to write about problems today. We need allegory for issues that are plaguing our world and women alike. It's unfortunate that we've got to this point, but here we are. And I know, and Marvel is blazing a path, but I don't believe it's the path that they wish to blaze at this time. It's unfortunate, but I can't do this anymore. Thanks again for your time, everyone. If you're enjoying all these little videos that I make, please think about subscribing to the channel, like the videos, and leave a comment when you can. Share the videos with your friends. Let us know that you like it. And I would love to know, what did you like about this show? Let me know down in the comments, because I would really appreciate what people liked about this show. I haven't heard much that people like, or they've said they've liked it and they haven't really given specific examples. So if you're one of the few who really like this show, let me know down below in the comments. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you guys later.